Hi, I'm Jon Peterson, Executive Artistic Director and founder of P3 Theater Company. And if you want more information about our fantastic upcoming 2023 season, you're going to want to watch this video. The theater experience is a very unique experience, not only for the actors, but for the theater goers as well, the patrons. For actors, being on stage, you get one shot to get it right, basically. Anything goes wrong, it goes wrong. You can't take it back, you can't erase it, you can't refilm it. You just kind of have to go with it and adjust accordingly. But the cool, which is actually a cool thing, can be, but the really cool thing about it is that you're in front of a live group of people that want to be there watching you. And you feed off the energy of that, and you feed off the energy of your co-stars. And it's really a cool and unique thing. I know I keep using the word cool, but it is cool to be able to do that in front of a group of people and get the immediate gratification of their applause, of their laughter, of seeing somebody crying in the audience over a dramatic scene. And then for the theater goer, it's unique for the same reason that you're sitting there watching a group of actors who get one shot to get it right. So you could be there to see some mishaps on stage, but you get that raw and live emotion and energy from the actors. And if you're sitting in your living room watching a TV show and you applaud something that you think is great, well, who cares? Nobody's going to hear that. I mean, it may make you feel better to applaud, but to be able to respond in whatever way is appropriate at that moment in a live theatrical performance, you're feeding to the energy of those actors on stage, and it's a reciprocal thing between actors and patrons, in that you're there for each other, which is kind of a cool thing. So it is definitely a unique experience to be on either side of the stage in a theatrical endeavor. Before I came up with the idea to start a theater company of my own, I had probably about a 30-year run as a singer, dancer, actor myself. So a lot of experience on stage, backstage. And I thought it was time for me to kind of turn the tables a little bit and start a theater company of my very own where I could create a platform for other artists to shine, to give a place for people to do shows and bring the creative teams together and be on that side of the table. And what a gratifying move that was, because there's nothing like being able to assemble a team of creative minds and talented people and put them together and create art. And then to bring that art to the Southern California community, where I basically grew up and have lived majority of my life, to bring this art into the local communities is really, really an amazing thing, and it's a choice I made in my life that I will never regret. As I've mentioned, P3 Theater Company has offered a fantastic platform for creative minds, for creative teams, for performers, for all different types of talent in all walks of theater. It's offered them an opportunity to explore their craft. P3 is more than just that. Yes, we've been able to, as according to our mission, been able to offer paid employment opportunities to creatives, but we have explored humanistic truth through creative works of art. We've explored the diversity that's in our surrounding communities, and it's been such a thrill to be able to be a part of that and to really, really watch that grow. P3 Theater Company, while many theater companies are alike in many, many ways, each one of us is unique in its own special way. And I like to say that probably one of the things that makes us the most unique is our involvement in our surrounding communities. working with and partnering with other nonprofit organizations that have outreach programs to reach out to those less fortunate that may have difficulties going to the theater or may have other challenges in life, and bringing the art form to them through our educational programming of P3 Educates, where we bring unique, custom-made workshops that reach out to different types of communities, and just our involvement in the community. And we always try to select works to put on our stages that, yes, we'll bring the popular show like Evita or Steel Magnolias, but we'll bring thought-provoking works that explore different walks of life, such as Love, Valor, Compassion, which is a Tony Award-winning play that explores the LGBT community in the early 90s, and talks about the AIDS crisis. We have shows coming up in our upcoming season that touch on a lot of different maybe mental health challenges and things like that. So we like to bring relatable works and keep that connection with our community, which basically our community is the reason we're here. So we're very grateful for that, and very, very excited about seeing how we can continue to grow that connection to the community and further explore our mission. When I was in the beginning stages of developing P3 Theater Company, I really wanted to make sure that anybody employed or that worked with P3 Theater Company as a volunteer or in whatever aspect, that they had a great experience. So what I was very careful to do was to take all of my experiences in theater over a 30-year period and pull out the best experiences that I had with different theater companies on cruise ships, tours, whatever it was. It didn't matter. I wanted to remember and pull all of those best experiences that I had in working with that particular company or a particular show. And I tried to take all of that and make all of that into P3 Theater Company. I like to think that is working, and I say that because we have some actors and creatives who have been with us since our conception. I have an actor who started in the ensemble of our inaugural production of Evita, who is now the assistant to the executive director, on top of still being cast in shows because of his talent level. Ultimately, I like P3 to feel like one big family. That's really important because, yes, there's the business side of any business, and including theater. That's why they call it show business. So there are those business choices and decisions we have to make, but people aren't just a number when they come here. We're not just another theater, another gig. While, yes, we technically may be, but when people are here and working with us, I want them to feel like they belong, like they are wanted here. And they are, of course, because I wouldn't hire anybody I didn't want. What it comes down to. And we keep that in mind when we are hiring creatives and casting the show. We're not going to cast you just for your talent. Yes, your talent will certainly get you a second look. But people give off a vibe and they behave in certain ways. And we want to make sure that everybody fits that mold of being part of a family. And then theater-going audiences get a unique experience with P3 in that we pay very, very close attention to production values. Every person we've had on our stage has been extremely talented. We hire only the best of our creative team: directors, choreographers, musical directors, costume designers, prop designers, set designers, sound designers. Every single one of those pieces is crucial to the outcome of a production. And I like to think that we pay very close attention to that, so the audience always walks away having seen a superb production. And I'm proud to say that we've got a remarkable team of people. And even from the bottom to the top. There is no bottom, there is no top. Everybody is treated with the same respect and the same love. And And that shows when we put on a show. So the cast members and the technicians feel it. The audience feels it. When you call our box office, you're remembered by name. Our box office staff remembers the people's names, and they will greet you by name when you come to the theater and make you feel like you're part of the family too. It's because you are. It sounds cheesy, really, but it's not. It's just the way it is. And there's no experience like it. As a result of the lovely worldwide pandemic known as COVID-19, we were somewhat displaced. Actually, we were no placed for over 2 years as everything was shut down. But when things started to open up and we were looking at being able to do live in-person productions again, we no longer had access to the venue where we had originally opened. So in my original search over the years, I had found this really great theater space in Hermosa Beach. There is what's called the Hermosa Beach Community Center, and it houses a 502-seat, I think, theater and an 81-seat theater. So there are actually 2 different theatrical spaces in one location, which is great, depending on what type of show you're looking at producing. So we did our MGM in concert show there. I think was the first thing we did there. We were actually supposed to do that in May of 2020, and that got shut down. So we brought that back, and the staff there was fantastic. They were just so welcoming and so hospitable, which is really cool because you don't always get that. And so we decided to try a couple of different productions in that location. So we started producing shows in the second story theater, which is the smaller space in there. They have the main theater in the second story. And it's such a quaint space. And I cannot say enough how awesome the staff at that facility is. And the thing that I didn't realize at first, but I found out very quickly, is that the Hermosa Beach Community Center and the theater spaces there, they are actually run by the city of Hermosa Beach. Again, it's shocking to get such hospitable treatment out of something that's run by a city, because usually you just you're another check coming through to rent the facility. No, it's not like that. They treat us as if we're family. Over the last year, as we've been producing show after show there, we've really developed a great relationship with the city of Hermosa Beach, with the Chamber of Commerce in Hermosa Beach, with the community in Hermosa Beach. And we are very proud to call the Hermosa Beach Community Center our home. As long as they'll have us, we'll keep going there. P3 Theater Company is so excited about our upcoming 2023 season. First of all, it's going to be the first full year back in what we hope to be full swing post-pandemic. We have some incredible productions that are coming your way. The first Mainstage production we have is a show we have seen before, and by that I mean we have done before. It was the last production that we produced right before the pandemic in Long Beach. It is called Day After Day, The Life and Music of Doris Day. And it is just what it says. It is the life and music of Doris Day through her songs that made her famous, or that she made famous, because she was who she was. It's a delightful musical, and I am proud to say it is now an award-winning musical. The actress Deborah Robin, who played Doris Day in our production in 2020, she is the recipient of the Best Performer in a Musical Award from the Orange County Theater Guild. And I would like to add that category included both male and female in the category. So she beat out all the ladies, she beat out all the men, and she was the best performer in a musical for her portrayal of Doris Day. She is back with the cast. Zach Apple, who plays the man/narrator, is back. We basically have the whole team back, and we are thrilled for this. We are going to be bringing this to the Second Story Theater in Hermosa Beach, and the audiences are just going to love it. It's a delightful piece. Our second Mainstage production is called The Red Suitcase by Jiggs Burgess. We are honored to be able to say that we are producing the world premiere of this magnificent play. It is the winner of the Del Shores Foundation Playwriting Competition as the best play, and it is an extremely moving piece. And the fact that P3 Theater Company gets to be the very first theater to produce this is an honor bestowed upon us like no other. We are thrilled to bring this. It is a story of hope and self-discovery, and it's very, very, it just delves into a lot of serious content that we can all relate to. That is really fantastic. It's not all dark and serious. There's definitely some humor in the play. Very well written and guaranteed to be a huge success. And because of the fact that it is a world premiere and we wanted to expand our audiences for this particular production, we are going to be producing it at the Broadwater Mainstage in Hollywood, California. So this will be a slight venture away from our home, but we are thrilled to be able to bring it to the greater LA area, and it's just a thrill. And the third Mainstage production in our season of 2023 is a huge hit. At one time, it was the longest running musical on Broadway. It is a multiple Tony Award-winning musical, a Pulitzer Prize-winning musical, and it is none other than A Chorus Line. I don't think I need to describe that show. It's a blockbuster hit. It's one of my personal favorite shows. I have performed in that show many, many times. A little long in the tooth for the show now, but not too old to produce it, I will tell you that. We have a magnificent creative team coming in to direct and musical direct the show, and that will actually be in the large theater at the Hermosa Beach Community Center. It's the main theater, the 500-seater, big proscenium stage, and we are holding back nothing in the production of this. Super thrilled to bring this magnificent work to the stage. So those are our three main stage productions. However, just like I always do, thinking outside the box, we have a musical sketch comedy review show called Funny Bones, The Humorous Solution, which performs at the Second Story Theater in Hermosa Beach. That is not your typical Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 2-3 weekends. Here's your show. This is a recurring production that we do on a monthly basis, about monthly. Some months there's two, like one at the beginning, one at the end, just depends on the dates. But it is a hoot. It is a satirical look at politics, current events, celebrity mishaps, social mishaps. Basically, if it's in the news, we're making fun of it. It's a sketch comedy, so it's not improv. It's not made up on the spot. It's scripted, but it's not a regular musical comedy. It's a bunch of, think of it like a musical Saturday Night Live. All the skits they do on SNL, just think of that put to music. It's a freaking hoot, if I'm allowed to say that on the air. But it is for sure to get the audiences laughing, and it has. The show's been around for a little over a year. We've been producing it now, starting at the Hollywood Fringe Festival in 2021, where it won the award for Best Cabaret and Variety Show, as well as the Producers Encore Awards. From that, we gave the show legs, and are now bringing it to the South Bay, Long Beach, Orange County. And if you come from Palm Springs to see the show, doggone it, it's worth it. It's a hoot, though. So we are excited to bring that on a regular basis to the community on top of our regular main stage productions. But that's not it. Again, as a result of COVID, we started a cabaret series that is working fantastically as a fundraising series for P3 Theater Company, in which we reach out to local professional singers who either enjoy doing cabaret performances or who have never done a cabaret-style show and would like to do a cabaret-style show. And we put all them together, and on a monthly basis, this is in Long Beach now at the Aurora Theater. What a quaint little 46-seat theater. I love being in that space. It's just feels like someone's rich living room, kind of, if you will. It's very velvety and warm and inviting. But we gather different singers every month with a different themed cabaret show. It's called the Cozy Cabaret Series. It's because the theater is very cozy and it's a cabaret. So it's very original, isn't it? Very, very innovative. But we have done themes over the last year, a holiday-themed cabaret. We did a patriotic theme in July. We did a Disney-themed cabaret. We did one for Mother's Day that was all songs celebrating mothers. So that is on a monthly basis at the Aurora Theater in Long Beach, and it's great. We have a repeat offenders, audience members that come time and time again. We have at least 4 people that I think have been to every single cabaret that we've done. So once again, that's the Cozy Cabaret Series at the Aurora Theater in Long Beach. So if all of these productions are exciting to you, and even if they're not and you're interested or curious and want to check them all out, we have a special offer. It is called the Flex Subscription Offer, where you can, rather than buying one individual ticket to each show and paying 100% of the ticket fee, you can subscribe and purchase either a 3 or 4 show pass for a discounted rate. So that is definitely a way to see multiple productions at a discounted rate, and I highly encourage it because even if you're not totally sold on any of the productions, I guarantee you they are going to be worth your time. What a lot of theater audiences are not aware of is the fact that ticket sales don't cover all the expenses of a theater company. As a matter of fact, they cover less than half typically. Theaters rely on corporate sponsorships, individual donations, grants, fundraising events, that type of thing. And the segue with that statement is the fact that P3 Theater opened our doors 6 months before COVID in the fall of 2019. We were all set to have our first annual fundraising gala in the spring of 2020. Well, guess what happened? Yep, nothing. Nothing happened in the world in May of 2020. So we are very excited about an upcoming fundraising, our very first upcoming fundraising gala. We have a date, we have a location, we are working out some other details that are very exciting. So I will say that on June 8th, 2023, at the main theater at the Hermosa Beach Community Center, will be the location and date of our first annual fundraising gala. I do know there is an exciting show involved. There will be the opportunity for corporate and individual sponsorships for the event. We will be having a silent auction. It's going to be a night of wonderful theater, a lot of fun, and we are super, super excited for it. So stay tuned for more information as it unravels about June 8th, save the date, for our very first annual fundraising gala event. Theater companies like P3 Theater Company and other nonprofit regional and community theaters are vital to the communities in that they do bring arts and arts education to our communities. And we wouldn't be able to do that without the support of our patrons and our community in forms such as corporate sponsorships, private sponsorships, grants, individual donations. They're all very, very vital to organizations like P3 and other local community and professional nonprofit theaters. We would not be able to bring the work we do to the community without that support. So we are certainly appreciative of all of our patrons, all of our donors, and we look forward to a long, long life in the local community. Speaking of sponsorships, which of course we always welcome, I would love to give a big shout out to the Port of Long Beach, who has been supportive of not only P3 and certain productions, but they have been a very loyal sponsor of every iteration of Funny Bones since we started at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. Organizations like that and individuals, like-minded individuals, philanthropists, if you will, are really the true angels of the regional nonprofit theater community. So here's the thing. Theater goers must attend our entire 2023 season for one big reason. It is a season like no other at any other theater company ever. We have an award-winning musical about Doris Day, which musicals or shows about Doris Day are few and far between. We have a world premiere of an amazing dramatic play. It's actually an award-winning world premiere because it won the Dale Shores Foundation playwriting competition. We have a blockbuster musical, A Chorus Line, and we have a sketch comedy musical review show. Now, you tell me one theater in the United States of America or anywhere else in the world that in 2023 has a season like that. Tell me. I dare you. See you at the theater. I am Jon Peterson, Executive Artistic Director and founder of P3 Theater Company. And if you want more information, or more importantly, to buy tickets for all of our 2023 upcoming productions, you are going to want to visit us at www.p3theater.biz. That's P3theatre.biz, or call our box office at 714-689-8116. Get those tickets now, and we will see you at the theater.